there's something that's really, really special to you about that music, but there's something that just it's something inside of you that's just like, ooh, I have to get this out. Don't think about exterior. Don't think of all the moves that I can be doing. If I need to go to the floor, or I need to do this and cover this, really, really be in touch with yourself. Really be in touch with that feeling that's like coming out. You can't help but use it, and it slowly grows and grows and grows. Then it becomes something on the outside. Yeah, so the more that you can take an energy and you bring it from within and you let it spiral, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it becomes movement. Then that's where your movement's at. Then what you see is something pure. It's something that this is like one of my, I value this combination a lot because it's Mike, and I have to pay tribute, and that's something that I'm like, I need to do something pure. I need to do something from inside that is all me, and that everything that I dance, everything that you see out there is something that as I'm moving, as I'm listening to it, that's what the movement was. Yeah? So then you have this energy. Then you have this idea. You found it. You pinpointed it. It's in there. Now you have to harness it. Now you have to use it. Now you have to give it away, and you have to take it back. And you have to give it away, and you have to take it back. And you have to play with the audience. The audience is there like, if you just this to them, if you're just giving energy to them, they're like, hey, we get it. We got the energy. Okay, cool. But if you give it to them and they're like, whoa, you take it back. You take it back, and then it's like, then they're like, well, what? Like, no, come on, I want some more, you know? So then that playing of that energy is what's special, and that's something that Mike had, something that all dancers that attract your attention do. They have this energy inside, but they play with it, they use it in different directions, they use it in different dynamics, yeah? So play, there's so much more about dance all week. Like, we've been talking, like all the choreographers have been chatting at night and stuff, and it's like, it's so hard for us to get all we want to say out about dance in an hour and a half. It's so quick, and there's so much more to be learned about dance rather than just a combination. So like, as much as when you feel something about dance, if you feel a strong passion about dance, talk to people. Talk to people about it. Get ideas from other people. Be like, yo, I feel this when I dance, and I want to do this, and then they're like, oh, me too. Like, oh, like, I want to talk about it too, and like, then it grows, and the only way that you actually grow is mentally. The only way that you actually grow is mentally, because whatever your mind does, your body follows. So as soon as I go into a room and I learn how to dance physically, I'm going to reach a peak. I'm going to reach the maximum that I can ever be. But the moment that I start stretching my mind, the moment I start learning mentally, my body will naturally follow. So talk about dance. Write poems about dance. Make songs with dance in mind. Yeah? It's all the idea of stretching dance to a further consciousness rather than just the physical. Yeah? Because when that happens, that energy comes out. That energy comes out, and that's where it's pure, and that's where human beings relate to it. Yeah, that's where me as a human watching something like that, me watching Michael do something like that, it's like, I don't look at him and I say like, oh, he's got all these crazy moves. He's got this energy that he's a human being too. Everybody looks at Michael like he's a god, and of course he is one of the most talented entertainers ever. But one thing is he's a human being too. He's a human being just like every one of you. He has a mom and a dad. Yeah? And it's like, it's the idea of when I was dancing with him, I had the opportunity to, obviously I had to be professional. I had to show up and do my job. I couldn't be like, right? Like I had to show up and I had to do my job. I had to pull up. I had to be in those shoes, the previous dancers. So then what happens is, you have to realize that if him being a human being on this planet, he might not be from this planet, but he was on this planet. Him being on this planet, same as you, having the same rules of gravity, the same rules of I have freedom to listen to music, to listen to whatever. That same rules should apply to everybody then. You have the equal opportunity to become just as good as someone like that. Yeah? So keep that in mind always. Like, there's something about putting someone on a pedestal that makes you never achieve that. Something about looking up at someone makes you always look up at them. Yeah, so the more that you look up at them and respect them, and then use that to make them become equal and make them have have a similarity, find similarities in them, then they'll become something that, or then they become something in range. Then they become something like, oh, I can achieve something like that. I'll achieve something of my own, not like him, but I'll achieve something of my own. But it's the idea of limitless boundaries, that you can do whatever you want with things, yeah? So, thank you so much this week. It's been such a great time. I'm so glad I got to come. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Mike. Good to see you. So good.